What up, everybody? I'm your boy King Richard, aka the God of Rap from Creative Minds Entertainment. That's KME. If you don't know, well, get used to it because I'm not going anywhere. Where should I begin? Where can I begin? Where can I start? Yes, intellectual. Like that word? Intellectual. Too many women have this mindset that an intellectual man does not exist, right? A man with smarts or intelligence or substance in this conversation does not exist anymore. Now, I will say some of this is generationally based. Some of this is social media based. So a lot of things as far as substance goes has changed in society. A lot of men used to read the paper in the morning when they went to work or on Saturday mornings and things of that nature. My grandfather, father, so on and so forth. But in this era where most of us receive our news and a lot of our education, a lot of our celebrity news, we receive it through our social media apps. We receive it through our phone, so there's no reason for the paper to exist. For people to read the stock market. You can do that on your phone now. Let's get into this clip by Choo Choo Zed. Great podcaster, by the way. Shout out him.
Let's get it.
I need mental stimulation more than anything.
More than anything.
More than anything.
Can I talk to you?
Can I?
I'm so big on that right now. Like the next guy I gotta talk.
Like a conversation is the hardest thing to have with niggas these days.
What?
Isn't it crazy?
I'll be like, what the
No
fuck are we
substance.
talking about?
Yeah, no substance, no
Like
nothing.
none.
Don't WYD me every
Excuse
2
me?
days.
I hate ILY. I hate
Illy.
IMY.
90% of the men that they're talking about are men who do not value education, who do not value stimulation of the mind, who don't think past the little head with their big head. And guess what? They're crazy about these type of guys. These are the type of guys that most women, not just black women, most women in the Western world prefer. Trust me, as a man, especially in the black community from Memphis, a lot of women do not like, mind you, I'm telling you, they do not like men that they feel are more intelligent than them or very intelligent. Trust me, they don't. They dry right on up.
I saw a really interesting response video to this, and I'm going to play right now. Let's get it.
Don't believe them. Don't believe them for a bit. Don't buy it. I have never met a woman that has claimed to require mental stimulation that has actually meant it. Never. I have yet to meet someone who says that and actually means it.
That's true.
Because as soon as they say something like that, at first I used to believe it. I used to hear it and I would get excited because I love broad concepts. And if you guys have been, sticking around and with me long enough, then you've heard some of the things I've talked about. I've broken down the myth of 10%. I've talked about epistemology, existentialism. I've talked about solipsism and phenomenalism. I've talked about several different topics, and these topics are extremely profound, broad, and exhaustive. Whenever I've talked about these topics to other women who claim to be sapiophiles and sapiosexuals, and claim to want mental stimulation, guess what happens? They think I'm weird. They think I'm an overthinker. They think I'm overanalyzing everything.
I consider myself probably a 6, right? On a good day, when my drip is right and everything, I say I'm a 6.5, right? Never anything more than that. I don't believe I'm a 7, or 8, or 9, or a 10. Just respectfully. And the reception that I've gotten from most women is that I am about a 6. I've never really been called ugly. I've never really been called fine, too fine, or you know what I'm saying, in that area. I understand my sexual value in the marketplace as far as visual goes, right? So I'm about 5'9", 5'9.5". As you've seen maybe in certain other videos. I'm average weight, you know what I'm saying, in American men. But I know that as far as visually, I'm just right at average or slightly above average at best. Men are honest about their place in the market. Men are honest about their places in the relationship. Men know what we bring or what we don't bring, where we lack and where we don't lack. But it seems like most women get this ego boost from social media, and that's not real. It's not real. Those likes do not symbolize that you're the baddest. A homeboy of mine, or former homeboy of mine, he came over to the studio to record, right? So we're working on music and stuff. After we get done, he brought 2 young ladies with him that were friends of his, right? After we were done, he told me that one of the young ladies was feeling me, right? And I was like, she know I got a girl, right? My girl actually we live together with our kids. Like she came to our place of residence with you. She know that, right? He was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so there's nothing there, obviously, because I'm not cheating, right? Black men don't cheat anymore. What I said was, obviously I'm with somebody. He said, yeah, she know that. And I was like, okay, that doesn't bother her. He was like, nah, that's not what her problem is. And I'm like, well, what's her problem? Because I have a whole woman. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole woman. That's not her problem. Her problem is she said that you when you started talking, you spoke too intelligent. And that kind of turned her off. Not the fact that I had a whole woman, but the fact I spoke too intelligent. That every single woman gets a slice of humble pie. Because social media has led us into an area or an era where women believe they are way more valuable visually than they really are. Just like a kid with a toy. You get that kid a toy and that kid is like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing in the world. After a little while of playing with it, they're going to throw it to the side. This is how a lot of men view women that have great, amazing bodies, have just visually very pleasing, but they don't have anything on. The lights are on, but nobody's home. And so when they say that I want an intelligent man, I want a man that I can have conversations with, they don't really mean that. A lot of them don't, because if they did really mean that, most of them would seek different types of men. They keep dating, having babies with, and marrying the same type of man. They expect him to formulate a coherent sentence. Those type of guys don't care about anything beyond themselves. They don't have any substance. But those are the first guys to get all the women. So women, change up what you like